Okay, so we will now proceed to logistic regression. Uh, many, actually many, I do not know how to put it in simple terms. Uh, Logistic regression help the business world uncover many patterns. Okay, same as the linear regression. Uh, it aims to identify pattern. Ano? If you're familiar with the term algorithm, ito rin yun. Ano? These are one of the tools that creates that. Yan. Okay. The difference between linear and logistic is that in linear, your dependent variable, which you are trying to predict, must be in scale or continuous level. For example, the salary, the IQ, if you want to predict the IQ in terms of demographic variables that you intend to use. Diba? Okay. However, in logistic, you only have probably you have only two dichotomous uh, categories. Ano? Yan. Your variable, what you're trying to predict, must be measured in a nominal. Okay? Big sabihin, you can use yes or no, pass or fail. Okay? We consider that as a nominal as well. Ano? These are probably as you progress in your career, you will encounter terms such as machine learning kasi this is also part of that. Yan. We now call this the machine learning, but these are one of the techniques. Yan. Later on, when we discuss the sentiment analysis, we will go back to this in logistic regression because it can be used to classify sentiments. Yeah. Logistic regression. Ano? Okay. Remember that your what you are trying to predict here must be measured in nominal, and it should be dichotomous. So when we say dichotomous, there are only two levels. Although we also have the multinomial logistic regression. However, I will not cover that. Ano, kasi these are very similar uh, topics. It's just that sa multinomial kasi you have four categories now. Although we have to consider. Okay, when we say four, it should be nominal as well. It should be in a nominal level as well. Okay? Uh, yung pinakasikat na pinagamitan ng logistic regression is yung mga credit cards score. Yan, yung mga loan default. Yan, usually yan yung ginagamit previously ng mga financial companies to predict if a person uh, would likely the term is likely, or is there a probability of this person to default on his or her loan. Yan, kaya minsan, di ba, when you are trying to fill up an application, it's very long. Okay? It's, di ba, the demographic profile, that your age is being collected kasi later on it will be used to predict you. Di ba? At some point, although it's not part of logistic, at some point, kailan ka ba mag-default? Is it on your, it's not, ibang technique ang ginagamit doon. Okay? Probably they are using survival analysis such as those. Okay? Yan. Again, in logistic regression, uh, the variable or your dependent variable must be measured in a nominal. And it can be a dichotomous. Okay? Yan. Pwedeng dalawa, yes or no, o pwedeng more than that. Yes, no, maybe. Yan. Okay? Okay? Logistic regression that allows is a form of regression that allows prediction of discrete variable. Yan, di ba? We have discussed discrete variables by a mix of continuous and discrete predictors. Okay? You can use continuous and dichotomous. Okay? I'm sorry, nominal variables. Okay? Although there are some, depende na sa training ng model, they're using ordinal as well. Pwede mo lagyan ng satisfaction only if that particular variable will be valid in that model. We have discussed that in the linear regression. Ganon din naman yan sa logistic. Okay? We do not just simply plug the variable. Hindi ganon, ano? you also have to consider, does it help the model predict particular outcome? Yan. Okay? Addresses the same question that discriminant function analysis and multiple regression do, but with no distributional assumption on the predictors. Okay? Yan. The predictors do not have to be normally distributed. Di katulad doon sa linear, ano? Yan. Eh, medyo madali na to. Pagka naintindihan nyo na kasi yung linear, madali na lang din ito. Na, oh, teka, ito lang pala yung logistic. Ano? It's very similar. It's similar, but this is easier. Ano? Uh, ito kasi yung sinasabi ko, ano? If the model is not fit in linear, hence, you can use a logistic. Okay? However, we do not just simply, hindi kasi natin pwede classify, for example, salary, high and low. There are benchmarks now. There are literature that we have to consider. Yeah. Yeah. We also have ordinal regression, but I will not cover that in this class, yung ordinal regression. You can do that on your own. Okay? Ganon din naman yung kanyang trabaho sa ordinal regression. Okay? Yeah. You have the binary and the multinomial. I have mentioned this. The dependent variable is dichotomous. And in the multinomial, it is used when the dependent or outcomes variable has more than two categories. Okay? And this is the model. Okay? Similar to linear. Okay? Yan, y is your dependent variable. That's what you're trying to predict. Okay? Beta sub O is the constant. Okay? Ibig sabihin, that's the value of your dependent variable. And you have your predictors. Okay? And the error term. Yan. Although, kasi yung model that will come later on when we have a model. Kung meron tayong model, ibig sabihin kung merong model, dapat accurate. We consider the accuracy. Di ba? We also consider the assumptions as well. No? In logistic regression, the outcome variable is binary. And the purpose of analysis is to assess the effects of multiple explanatory variable, which can be numeric and or categorical on the outcome variable. Okay? So any level of measurement or any variable type, you can use that. No? Pwede mong gawin predict. However, the challenge later on is that, is it a valid predictor in your model? Okay? Yan. Wala masyadong data preparation dito kasi nga yes or no yung ano mo, yung dependent variable. Tapos i-plug mo lang na i-plug. Hindi katulad sa linear, gagawa ka pa ng dummy variable before you can use that. Mahirap yung linear. No? Mahirap. Yun yung pinakamahirap. For me, that's the hardest regression. Pero kasi yan yung pinaka ano, no? In order for you to progress in regression, parang for me, ano, you have to understand first linear. Okay? Kasi it's very simple. Diretso lang yung linear. Okay? And these are the requirements for logistic regression, an outcome variable with two possible categorical. Again, this is binomial. Okay? Do not be confused. Binomial muna tayo. We will, although we will not go to, ano tawag doon? To multinomial. A way to estimate the probability P of the outcome variable. A way of linking the outcome variable to the explanatory variable. And a way of estimating the coefficient of the regression equation as well as their confidence interval. A way to test goodness of fit of the regression model. Yan. Yan pinag-uusapan natin dyan. Ano mamaya? Goodness of fit. Yan. Okay. Then you have the measuring the probability of outcome. The probability of the outcome is measured by the odds of the occurrence of an event. Okay. Just simply allow me to read this, although we will do a hands-on later on. Yan, so that I can provide you a background there para hindi kayo magulat. Although this is mathematical, but I will do my best to simplify it later on as I explain the tables. No? Odds of success, yan, nandun yan mamaya. Okay? The first step, okay, or the first stage is the objective of the logistic regression. Okay? Again, you have to group the dependent variable first. Okay? If you want to use logistic regression. Okay? Establishing classification system, yan. Based on the logistic model for determining the group membership. Yan. Kung gusto niyo i-group yung dependent variable, tinuro ko na yun sa inyo. Tinuro ko na yun sa previous video ng data processing. Tinuro ko na yun. You have to know that at this point. Ano. Yan. Kasi later on, I will be asking you to regroup a particular data. I will give you a problem. So at this point, you have to know that. Alam niyo na dapat yun. Okay? Research design for logistic regression, although, kasi modeling ito eh. This is modeling. When we say model, you have to create, for example, what are the variables that predicts this particular dependent variable? We call that the model. Okay? Yan. Okay? When you develop a model, of course, medyo maganda-gandang ano yun. Sa academe kasi magandang recognition yun. When you develop a particular model, a behavioral model, you have predicted, for example, the shift on the political, for example, the political behavior, di ba? The shift to a different party of this particular person. What will make him shift? Ano? Pwedeng gawing thesis yon. Kaya lang kasi, most of you, you are in business. So, nasa business kayo. Dapat later on, when you do your research, uh, it should be aligned with with business. Ano? I remember nagbabasa ako, no? I've been reading a lot of papers recently. Uh, Kasi there is a surge of ano tawag doon? Loan application, di ba? Mobile application. There's a surge of that. Ano? Then later on, chinek ko, no? I asked AI, ano ba yung ginagamit na model nitong mga ano na to? What made them arrive to 1,000 pesos as a starting point? Yan. Kasi I have to try it. Di ba? Kailangan maintindihan ko no, before I give comment. Okay? Kasi these are emergent technology. Although, for example, Lazada and Shopee, these are already known. Di ba? Alam na ito, di ba? Yung mga sinasuggest dyan, ito yung mga most likely, pag pinag-aralan natin yung decision trees later on, if you are in predictive analytics, pag-aaralan natin yung decision tree. Yan, pag-aaralan natin yan. Pero kung nasa intro to descriptive, we will not proceed to that. Uh, ang sunod na topic nito is the factor analysis. Okay? Yan. So, it's a classification, di ba? You have to, tinuro ko ito. In my first meeting with you, I have introduced you to predictive analytics or to the broader spectrum of analytics. Excuse me. Di ba? You have the classification, you have the time series. This logistic regression falls under classification. Okay? Kasama nito yung decision tree, yung cluster analysis. Yan. Kasi this classifies. Yan. So going back to that particular example on mobile loan app, sabi ko, how did they come up to that? Di ba? Parang ang dali-dali magbigay sa kanila ng 1,000 pesos. When you apply for it, there's a 1,000 pesos. Sabi ko, tignan ko nga, kasi there should be a model of that. Then I consulted AI and these are the variables. You can check it. Yan. Nandyan yan. You do not want to discuss that. But you can just simply ask ChatGPT, what are the predictors of this mobile loan application? Lalabas lahat yan, di ba? The number of times that you are loading, di ba? I do not know kung gaano sila kalalim sa mga mobile devices natin, kung hanggang saan yung na-analyze nila. I'm not sure, ano. Okay? Although in my readings, di ba? In my readings, I have discovered that they use that. Yeah. I leave that to you. Okay? Okay? And then you have here the use of logistic curve. Okay? Yan. The sample, basically, ayoko nga sanang, this is too technical. In regression analysis, especially in linear, to compute your samples, at this point, you have to know what is the sample size. Dapat alam nyo na kung ano ibig sabihin ng sample size. No? How to compute it. I trust that you already know that. Kasi this is predictive. So predictive sa analytics, we are using large data, big data. This is not hindi 300 yung data set mo dito. These are really large. Yan. Probably when we are doing machine learning, realize you will realize that how to get a large data, big data. Okay. Yan. Okay. It will require that. Although, tignan nyo ka, Hosmer and Lim Shaw recommend sample size greater than 400. Okay. When we say 400, you are, as probably yung confidence interval mo dito ay 95%. Yan, 95% confidence interval. And the margin of error is plus minus 5%. Okay. So yan, ano. Ganyan yung pagka sinabi nating sufficient sample size. In linear regression, there are all literature suggesting that the number of samples must be uh, 20 times the number of predictors. Yeah, number of predictors. 20 times the number of predictors. So, regardless kung valid o hindi pa yung mga predictor mo, okay? Kung valid o hindi, ano, nakikita niyo naman yon dun sa ano, di ba? Sa later on sa coefficients. Ayan. So, regardless kung valid o hindi, that's the number of samples that you're required to collect. Okay? Yan. Okay? However, coming up to 400 is very difficult kasi kailangan malinis yung ano mo dito eh, malinis yung pagkaka-define mo sa population. Okay? Hindi ko nababalikan muna yon kasi dapat naituro na yun sa ano, sa fundamentals of probably analytics, di ba? How many are you going to collect? Di ba? Gaano karami yung kailangan mo kolektahin? Okay? Hindi ko na yan di-discuss dito. That's not under the predictive analytics. Dapat na ituro na yan sa mga previous. Yan. Okay? The sample size per category of, kasi hahaba yung ano ko doon. Ano? Yan. The sample size per category of the independent variable, the recommended sample size for each group is at least 10 observation per estimated parameters. Yan. Okay? So wag na muna tayo doon. Assumption. No assumption about the distribution. So, hindi natin tinitingnan yun dito. Ang swerte-swerte nyo, ano? Although sa linear kasi pinahirapan tayo, kailangan natin check pa yung mga distribution. Di ba? Yan. Predictors do not have to be normally distributed. Yan. Hindi katulad sa linear. Does not have to be linear. Eh kasi nga ano siya, S-curve siya. Di ba? S-curve. Yes or no lang yun. Di ba? Yan. Kaya hindi mo kailangan maging linear. Unlike in linear regression. Okay? Does not have to have equal variance within each group. Ayan. So, hindi, remember na, masalimuot yung linear kasi walong assumption. Yan. Pero dito, napakasimple lang. Ano? Okay? Yan. The S-shape, yan. Transforming dependent variables. Okay? Yan. So later on, we will discuss this. Okay? What is P? That's the probability or proportion. The lower bound is 0 and the upper bound is 1. Okay? When you code it, pagka nag-code uh, 0 can be no and then 1 is for yes. Okay. Papunta sa positive. Okay. Probability of success, then the probability of failure. Yan. Okay. So we will use, temporarily we will use Jamovi. Probably in my next recording, I will show you, or I can just simply upload the script for R. Yan. At this point, you already know ano ba yung mga kailangan yung i-load. It's Similar to ano, pareho lang naman sila ng linear. Yan. De-define mo lang yung variable. Yan. Madali lang yan. Okay? Yan. Okay? I will be using serial.sub. Yan. Mamaya na yung bank. Yan. Yan. So this is serial.sub. Probably what we want to predict here is the active lifestyle. Tignan natin yung active. Okay? And the predictors are age category, gender, marital, and breakfast. Okay? So how do you run it? You go here, analysis. Okay? Check nyo muna. It pays to check, yan, yung number of categories. Okay? Para alam mo later on, kasi there is an option there to perform multinomial and binomial. Okay? I-check nyo muna. Is your dependent variable dichotomous? Yan. Tignan nyo nga yung coding, 0 and 1 to dapat. Hindi pwedeng 1 and 2. 0 and 1. Okay? And it should be treated as a nominal. Okay? And then, i-check lagi ang mga code, ha? I-check lagi. Kasi, titignan mo eh. Titignan mo kung saan papunta yung odds ratio later. Okay? Tinitignan natin yan, yung odds ratio. Mamaya. Okay? Gender, tignan din, 0 and 1. Lahat ng coding sa dichotomous, if that is dichotomous, it should be 0 and 1. Okay? Do not choose 1 and 2. Okay? Yan. Kasi yan yung requirement niyan. No? Marital, 0 and 1. And breakfast, 1, 2, 3. Okay? Kasi nga dapat nag-aral muna kayo ng chi-square. Kaya lang nasa predictive na kayo. Eh. Yan. You will understand this further kung meron sanang chi-square test. Yan. Mas madali ito maintindihan kung chi-square. Okay? Probably I will be doing a separate video of that for the chi-square test. Yan. Kailangan nyo kasi matutunan yun eh. Yan. Active goes to our dependent. Okay? It's up to you if you will include all of this. Sige. Age category, gender, marital, breakfast. Wala namang masama eh. Kasi nag-explore pa lang naman tayo. Assumption, collinearity. Collinearity is that measures if the variables measure the same constraint. Kung pareho lang ba sila ng mini-measure, madalas yan yung income tsaka yung socioeconomic index. Yan. Kasi pwedeng yung socioeconomic index na lang ang tignan. Hindi na natin titignan yung income. Kasi bakit? Yung socioeconomic index, it also measures income. Di ba? Mainly, it measures income. Di ba? Model fit, we can use, yan, okay na yan. Yan alam mo na. Model coefficient, likelihood, likelihood ratio, okay, odds ratio, okay, AUC, ROC, accuracy, yan. Okay? Kaya lang, ang baba kasi nung R square mo, nung R2, okay? This is very low at 0.05. Diba? Ano yung sinabi natin na magandang R square based on literature? It's above 0.1. Okay? Above 0.1, probably 0.2. Yan. So, depende sa literature. Okay? You have here the omnibus likelihood ratio test. Okay? Yan. So, sinasabi niyan yung mga important predictors sa model natin. However, as you can see here, gender and marital are not relevant. Hindi siya relevant. Ano? It does not predict It does not predict, okay? Kasi hindi siya significant eh. Di ba? At 0.397, 0.829. It's not significant. So, hence, you can remove that. So, tanggalin mo yung gender, tsaka marital, with hope na magaganda yung R square. Gumanda ba yung R square? It's still hindi eh. Hindi pa rin, ano? Okay? Kasi bakit? Ano ba yung data? Malaki naman yung sample size niya. Okay? Malaki naman, ano? Yan. Okay? So the odds ratio here, it will tell you uh, if it is closer to the absolute value of 1, hence, that particular variable, mm-mm. Ano ba ito? Teka ha, let me, sige, I'll go back to that later. Okay? Probably in our next, ano, yan. You do not need to interpret Z and SE. SE is just, this is just simply the predictor importance. Okay? Pareho nung sa ano, sa linear regression. Okay? Okay? However, here, an increase in the age category decreases. Okay? Nagde-decrease yung kanyang uh, ano ba yung ano? Teka ha. Oo, nagde-decrease yung kanyang pagiging active. Okay? Yan yung sinasabi. Okay? Yan. Kaya importante tinitingnan natin. Ano? Binalikan ko. Okay? So for the breakfast, hindi mo kasi pwede maging ano to eh. Unlike here in AgeCat, it's very easy to interpret kasi nga ordinal. So ito kasi nominal, ano? Yan, pwede siguro ito i-recode. Okay? Ganon din dito. Parang yung kumakain ng cereal, they tend to be less active. Yan, less active sila as it increase. Yung mga consumer ng breakfast bar, these are more inclined to active lifestyle. Okay? So tignan niyo yung active tsaka yung inactive. Okay? So dito kasi, yung code ng active ay 1. Okay? Yan. And then inactive is 0. Okay? Collinearity. Okay. Okay naman. Hindi naman niya minimeasure yung same constraint. However, your AUC or the accuracy is very low. Ano? Mababa ito at 62% or 63%. Mababa yung accuracy niya. Okay? Hence, yan. Ito dapat yung curve natin dumidikit dito sa linya. Yan. Somehow close to the line. Okay? Dito kasi, sa Jamovi, we have the predicted value. Although you have to check first the assumption, you have to test first the model fit before you can use or calculate the predicted values. So these are the predicted values. Okay? The closer to the absolute value of 1, that person, that particular person is, alam niyo na magbasa ng coefficient. Okay? That particular person tends to have an active lifestyle. Okay? However, kalat-kalat pa yung ano, no? If you will notice, hindi pa niya masabi. Okay? Kasi ganun din dito. Okay? Magkakalapit pa, ano? Okay? Yan. Okay, let's have another data. But before that, allow me first to show this another slide. Okay. For you to further understand logistic regression. Okay. You have the model fit. Okay. Although there is no concrete benchmark for the deviance. Okay. Na sinasabi lang ng literature, it should be lower. Mababa ito dapat. Probably less than this value, but this is high. Mataas ito. Okay? AIC is also used for model comparison. Yan. If you will be running multiple models, yan. Okay? Titignan mo kung ano yung mataas. Okay? R squared, the model explains only 1.68% of the variance in activity status. This suggests weak exploratory power. Okay? The overall model fit is poor. Predictors collectively explain little variation in whether respondents are active versus inactive. So we cannot say that na yun yung ating na yun yung ating predictor na pagka pumasok sa tindahan mo kumuha ng breakfast bar, kumuha ng cereal, di ba? Hindi mo pa rin predictor yon na siya ay na siya ay nasa into active or inactive lifestyle. Okay? Hindi pa natin mapoprove kasi nga hindi naman fit yung model natin. Mababa masyado yung R square mo. 1.68% lang yung kanyang na-explain. Okay? Masyadong mababa. Dismal, Wala talaga. Poor. Okay? So I'm showing you two sides of it. Okay? However, here, breakfast is a predictor that predicts if a person is active or inactive in terms of their lifestyle. Okay? Yan. The marital and gender are not significant. That's why we remove it. However, the model uh, did not perform well as well. Hindi naman tumaas yung kanya mga fit indices. Ganun pa rin. It's constant. Okay? Probably, there are, siguro marami pang predictor na itanong doon sa data collection. Marami pa. Oh, tinignan ba yung income? Hindi naman tinignan yung income. Baka yung income, Yan. Ano pa ba? Number of visits on a particular store. Can you say that that is a predictor? Perhaps it can be a predictor. Di ba? Pagka nag-load ba siya, di ba? Kasi mahilig siyang outdoor eh. Pag nag-load ba siya, di ba the number of times na naglo-load siya sa isang buwan? Yan. Di ba? O meron ba siya, may postpaid plan ba siya? Wala. Di ba? 0 and 1. Yes or no? Ah, okay? Marami pa kasi hindi na, ibig sabihin, marami pa tayong kailangan itinanong sana. Okay? Kaya lang kasi we confined it, the researcher confined it to those variable, marital, age, breakfast, di ba? Sinusubukan kasi i-predict, no? Pero hindi kasi basis pala. Okay? You have the model fit coefficients, okay? You have the intercept, yan. The estimate, the p-value, the confidence interval. Okay? Ibig sabihin, the value will lie between this 0 and 1. Okay? Well, syempre, kasi nga logistic yan eh. 0 and 1 talaga yan. Yan. Okay? For the breakfast, okay? So as you can see here, I have explained that here. Significant negative effect for each step increase. Step ha? Kasi nga, tandaan nyo, siya, it has multiple categories, Okay? Kasi baka mamaya nga, well, come to think of it, Kasi nga, ikaw, if you are into a healthy lifestyle, minsan nagkikrave ka ng cereal. Baka nung araw na tinanong ka, cereal yung hawak mo. Di ba? Yan. Nagkataon na walang stock ng breakfast bar. Oh, di ba? Nagkataon, what are the chances? Minsan nauubusan din talaga ng ng breakfast bar. Dito na sa diyan sa mga Alpha Mart, diba? Minsan wala. Yan. Okay? Yeah, kasi yung mga brand awareness, baka hindi aware na yung pala ay breakfast bar. Di ba yung fit bar ba yun? Yan. The log odds of being active decreased by 0.337, converting the odds to 0.69, meaning the odds of being active dropped by about 31% for each heavier or higher numbered breakfast. Those eating cereal are less likely to be active. Okay? While breakfast, although we cannot claim that here kasi hindi naman valid yung model. Okay? Yun lang yung findings natin. So anong gagawin pagka ganito? We can just simply confine that here. There are other, if you want to uncover relationship, probably you can uncover relationship here. Yan. Siguro pagka ginawa natin ang decision text yan, pwede yan. Yan. Okay? Marital has no significant and gender has no significant effect. Okay? Multicollinearity, this is just a reminder. Okay? Prediction, classification, yan. Come to think of it, ito rin yung ginagamit ito rin, probably this is one of the model or algorithm. Lazada. Yan. Pwedeng ito rin yung ginagamit nila. Okay? They might be using logistic regression. Okay? Okay? So, sabi dito, well, we are correct, 62% lang yung kanyang accuracy. Okay? 62% lang yung correctly classified ng ating model. Mababa pa rin yan. That's very low. You have to, probably what is acceptable is 80%. 80%. Yan. 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 So, ibig sabihin, yung kanina, yung mga predicted values natin, when we click save, yan. Okay? Hindi to masyadong accurate. Hindi pa siya accurate. Okay? Mababa yung accuracy niya. Kaya minsan there will be, makakita ka rin ng point, at some point, makakakita ka ng, um, teka, yan. Okay? Kaya at some point, di ba, tignan mo to, meron siyang ang sabi kasi, kiniklaim kasi ng ating, hindi naman model. Yan. Ang sinasabi niya, yung pagka-active, inclined to a breakfast bar. Pero meron ding active na kumakain ng cereal. Okay? So, yan yung ibig sabihin nun. Kaya 62% yung kanyang accuracy. Kasi hindi accurate. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na yung active lifestyle, ay, kumakain yun ng breakfast bar. Yan lang kinakain yan religiously. Okay? Hindi natin pwedeng i-claim yon. Okay? Kasi there are cases that like this. Active but kumakain ng cereal. Okay? Inactive, yeah. Mm-mm. Okay? So that explains that. Okay? The ROC curve lies close to the diagonal line, okay, confirming weak predictive ability. The model does only slightly better than random guessing. Okay? And you have the interpretation here. I will be sharing this with you. Okay? Yeah. This is how they report it in journals, okay, sa research. But in the industry, sa industry, ang pine-present mo na lang doon, ang sinasabi na lang natin doon is that we can predict. Yan. Simple terms lang ang ginagamit natin doon. And these values, nilalagay na lang ito sa appendices. Okay? As simple as there is a probability, yan. And this is the probability of this person purchasing this. Yeah, so you can use your odds ratio in that cases. Okay? And you have the odds ratio, although I have used a different data set here, that is bank loan, which I will ask you to perform later on. Ano? Yan. Okay? Kanina kasi wala tayong odds ratio. I'm sorry, meron pala. Okay? The odds ratio tells you how the odds of the outcome. Parang, remember, it's like flipping a coin. You're just simply flipping a coin. Yes or no, it's or tails. Ano? Ayan yung odds ratio. Okay? Yan. Change for a 1 unit increase in the imprint holding all the variable constant. If the odds ratio is greater than 1, that increases the odds of default, okay? Or higher risk, okay? If it is less than, kasi nga, 1, 1 is yes, 0 is no, okay? Kung gusto mo magpautang, okay, this is bank loan. Kung gusto mo magpautang, dapat yung makukuha mong odds ratio ay less than 1. Okay? Dapat nasa 0 yan. Kababayan dapat. Okay? Lower risk. Ayan. Pagka lower risk, pwede mong pautangin yan. Pero kung ang odds ratio mo, ganito tumataas. Okay? Hence, yan, mag-iingat ka dyan. Higher risk yan. Okay? Okay? And that is the mathematical uh, equation for the odds ratio. Okay? So the odds ratio is just the exponential coefficient turning the log odds into more understandable multipl multiplicative effect on odds. Okay? So why it matters? Logistic regression coefficient are in log odd units, which are not easy to interpret directly. The odds ratio converts those log odds into multipliers of factual odds, making the result interpretable in real-world terms. Okay. Yan. So tignan niyo ito. No? You have the credit card debt, employment in years, age. You have the estimates. Okay. Yan. Okay. And the odds ratio. Okay. And then interpretation here, each unit increase in credit card debt multiplies the odds default by 1.869 or 86% increase in odds. Okay, yan, nakakatakot, ano? Yan. Okay. Employment, so each additional year of employment multiply the odds by 0.772, meaning 22.8%. Okay, negative eh. Okay. You have a negative here. Okay. Yan. So there's a reduction. Okay? Reduction siya. Negative eh. Okay? Kapag ka positive like this one, increase yan. Okay? Negative means reduction. Okay? Employed naman siya. Ang tagal niya na employed. Ano? Yan. Pero ang tanong dyan, ano ba siya? Self-employed o plantilla? O kaya siya ba irregular office worker? Yan. Okay? Age. Yan. Increase. No? Each additional year of age increase odds of default by 0.35%. Okay? Baka kasi pagka nagkakaedad, di ba? Dumadami yung responsibility. Baka kasi later on we can check nagkakaroon ba siya ng dependents? Yan. Ilan ba yung dependents niya? Yan. Kasi kung if he or she is living with her or parents, later on in that particular timeline, magiging dependent niya yun. Di ba? Yan. So, dapat ganun. No? When we interpret data, dapat marami tayong baong literature. Yan. We are not just simply interpreting it. Yan. Pagka tinanong kasi kayo ng future employers, tinanong kayo, yeah, okay. All of this knowledge that I have accumulated came from literatures, came from books, economists, publication that I have been reading for years. Ano? Yan. Kasi you can use that. Pwede mo magamit lagi yun. Okay? Nabasa ko ganito. You are not just simply interpreting the values here. That's boring. Okay? That's boring. You have to stock literatures, di ba? Literatures may come from books. Kahit anong libro basahin mo. economics, management, yan. That will help you later on in explaining that particular phenomenon. Okay? Yun yung mga magagaling na analyst. Okay? Napapaliwanag mo yung behavior. Ay, teka, kasi nga pagka tumanda siya, dumadami yung nagkaka-withdraw ng dependent, yung nanay tatay niya, papunta na doon sa retirement age. So later on, that becomes your dependent. Di ba? Sa PhilHealth, pagka senior na yung nanay mo, yung tatay mo, magiging dependent mo sila sa PhilHealth. Yan. Kasi nasa batas yun. Di ba? They stop paying PhilHealth kasi they will become your dependent. Okay? Relationship to probability. The odds tells you the exact probability of default, but rather how much the odds change. For instance, if baseline odds is 0.2 or 20%, and odds ratio is equal to 2, new odds of 0.4. Ano? Yan. Medyo mahirap intindihin yan. Ano? Which corresponds to probability of 29%. Okay? Or, so, odds ratio is multiplicative of odds, not directly on probability. Okay? Magkaiba yung probability tsaka yung odds. Okay? Yan. Yan. Probably I'll share this to you. Okay? And those are the references. Okay, so next recording, I will be providing you a tutorial on how to run that in R. Okay.